What's up, fellas? More than halfway through the year, and the playoff race is heating up. And more than halfway through our 3-year keeper, and the top-tier teams are also tightening up, too, for those guys that are winning. Having said that, welcome to Week 8 and your Commissioner's Show. I'm your host, your Commissioner. Oh, thank you very much. Sorry I have not been around these last several weeks. Family things, life, punched me in the face pretty hard for the last several weeks. All kinds of stuff. So I do apologize, but you guys know how it works with life. So I don't need to really explain anything. But I love you, and thanks for sticking with me. I just want to point out that we have 6 weeks to go. There are 6 weeks to go here. So hopefully you guys are tightening up. I just feel everyone just tightening right up. Feels pretty good. It's getting intense here. There are 4 teams at 3 and 4. Sal Commish, your first person Commish, G, and Rico. Rico, boy, we'll talk about you in a bit. And then 4 teams at 4 and 3. Juan, Cons, MP, and Chunda, our champ, our reigning champ. There's a couple of teams that are in those 3 and 4 and 4 and 3 that play one another. So hopefully you bring your A game this week, because it's going to be important moving forward. You know how important it is, so do what you got to do. Business-wise, I would say that a couple of things. Oh, you know what? Let me take a time to give a shout-out to our last week winners. That would be Turkey by 0.7. Way to go, buddy. You snuck it out of there. Cons, I'm sure you did not like that. That was nasty. MP, with our high score of the week. Sal mounted a charge, but you just made it way too high for him to get past you. So nice job. Doggies, boy, as long as you have Zeke playing the Niners, or anyone playing the Niners for that matter, that defense is Swiss damn cheese. So keep that as a note for the rest of you. Whoever plays that Niner D that's who to play. So way to go, doggies. And then mules, I left you for dead weeks ago, pal. I know some of you did too. But G, I think you might be finding a groove here, buddy. I'm looking at your roster. That looks all right, man. You might have a chance here. So you're on the cusp. You're on the bubble, just like the rest of us. So way to go, fellas. I do want to point out that Kev, get on your grind, buddy. Look at G. No more excuses. Make some stuff happen. I don't care what you got to do. You can yell at me all you want, but at the end of the day, it's your team, and you need to start bringing up the rear here, pal. Come on. I also want to send a shout out to everyone for all the trades that are happening. I do love them. They make me a little nervous. It's like so many trades are happening, whereas in the past it never happened. So it's good. Whatever. Sometimes I wonder if making it a day to trade was a bad idea. Of course, I voted against it, and it's voted in. So I'm just bitching. I'm over here bitching. So just let me bitch. It's my show. I'll bitch. The only other thing I maybe wanted to point out before I get to my normal points of my video would be the money. There's 5 of you that haven't paid. It'll be on the whiteboard. I really want to get that out of the way soon, please. We're 6 weeks away from the playoffs, and then we only have 3 weeks of playoffs, so 9 weeks until I have to pay people out. So please, let's work on that, you 5. You know who you are. So thank you. Try and make it happen. I guess let's move to what some of you really hate. Most of you hate. Some of you like it. The people that are at the top. People at the bottom are moving around. You guys just hate it. And that is your power rankings. Your Commissioner power rankings. And here we go. Here they are. Oh yeah, buddy. You guys love them. You just love them. At the top of the board, Turkey hasn't moved. Yeah, I know several weeks haven't been there, but I'm just going to operate off of what I had and move forward from there. So, Turkey, you're strong. You've lost 2 in a row, but you bounced back big time. So, way to go, and just keeping it at the top, and just keep plugging away, man. That'll happen throughout the season. You'll lose some. Deputy, you know, you're 120 almost every week, I swear. You just seem to just, I don't know, you were silent but deadly, just like the fart that I just ripped. It's just, you're just good. You're good. It's great. Chunda, you know, I did put you ahead of MP, even though he's leading our division. You beat him one-on-one, head-to-head, a couple weeks ago, so I recognize that, and I think that's important. So you're still the champ too, so I think you're worthy of that third spot. Hotel, Roach, MP, Hotel. You've had some tough losses. You know, you've scored some points, but people have just outscored you, so it's pretty rough, man. So you're still leading our division, so worthy of that 4th spot. Juan, that is 3 in a row. Hey, you're sneaking up, pal. You know, I've got you trending up here. Look at that. There you are, trending up. By the way, as you guys can see, I've adjusted that win column, overall win column. And you can study it there. You can see who's at the top. We got Chunda and the old Death tied for first as it reads right now. So keep plugging away, fellas. You know what the prize is. Cons, you know, you've been Mr. Win One, Lose One. I don't know, you know, I guess that's consistent. But you need to string some wins together here. It's getting close, man. But at least you're on the other end of that 4 and 3 there, or versus being 3 and 4, like myself. I'm barely hanging on by a thread, as I pointed out here. Super Sal, you know, you score some points. I don't know, man. You seem like you're doing well. I do like where you're at. I just think you get a couple wins put together here, and I think you're going to be headed toward the top of the board and possibly sneaking into that 6th, 5th spot there in the playoffs. Gee, you know what? I once again left you for dead, and with that W this last week, you really, I think you put yourself, you know, in a juicy spot here, man. I do like where your roster's headed too, man. Rico, you've lost 3 in a row, man. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Hopefully these trades that you've been winging and dinging, they do you some wonders, because, yeah, that's just not good. Not good. Kamish, hanging on by a thread. That's me. Your first person, Kamish. Yeah, it's I don't know, that bye week hell that I had, and me streaming defenses left and right. It's just not working out for me. So I don't know what the hell I got to do. I got to settle on something here. Doggies, you know, what a win last week, buddy. I know, you know, you broke your loss streak there, but if you can do something this week, hey, you'll put yourself in maybe just barely hanging on. So yeah, and then 99 Alcoholics Anonymous, Architecture of Aggression, Mr. 99. Come on, buddy. You can do better than this, man. You've shown it. You can do better than this, and not just by luck. I think you need to make some stuff happen here. Come on, you need to get up in that 90-point realm, and I know you can do it. So, like I said, you guys can see the win losses here. Looks like we've got at 13 in basically second place. Third place is all Juan, and then MP and G right there at 6th and 5th and 6th with 11 wins. So yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about old Rico. Sorry, Rico. I apologize, Rico. You're still in the conversation. I didn't leave you behind. I promise. I did not leave you behind. Anyways, here's the guys that haven't paid. Please, especially doggies. You know, if you're gonna be you know, back in the East Coast, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to get that money to me. So let's try and work something out here. I gotta get that thing taken care of before the end of the season. So there you have it. There's your power rankings. I think it's the next segment, which is one of my favorite segments, besides the power rankings. They're both my favorite. What am I saying? I love them both. So before we go any further, though, I do want to point out one thing. Kev, your wedding was beautiful. I enjoyed myself very much. Shannon and I had a blast, as well as the rest of us that went. So, thanks for having us. It was lovely, and I love you, pal. Let's get to commish picks here. I want to start out with Rico at Cons. Speaking of you, Rico, I didn't forget about you. I promise. I swear. However, I will take the Cons in this one. Brady DeGronk is money, magic. Zeke, I guess that trade is going to go through. It's Wednesday at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I guess whatever, you'll get him for next year, he's a keeper, but will he be suspended? I don't know. Just play him right now. You need him right now. You don't need him next year. So I kind of like your trade. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Cons on that one. AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, Architecture, 99, at the Chunda. I'm going to take the Chunda, although this is the perfect week to catch him on a, beating him, Kev. Come on now. He has got bye-week blues here. Hopefully you're not asleep at the wheel. You make some stuff happen at quarterback. Carson Palmer is gone. You need to do some things here. Start moving and shaking and moving. However, I'd just say Chunda is too consistent, so Chunda. There's my pick. Turk at the commish. You know what? I'm taking the commish. I'm taking myself, Turkey. Kiss my ass, pal. Why, you ask? Well, it goes like this. I think it goes something like, first name, Russell. Last name, Wilson. Yeah. And watch out for that Wilson Graham connection there, pal. Russell Wilson has been tearing it up for me lately. And bye weeks for me are over, so watch out. Watch your ass, pal. I think Denver's going to corral that K Hunt. Yeah, that's right. So taking the old commission this one. MP at the doggies. I'm going to take the doggies. I'm going a little off the wall here. Dogs, can you win 2 in a row? I think you can, man. If that trade goes through, you should have Le'Veon Bell, and that should help you a lot. I know they're on the road this week, but I think the Steelers want to dispel this whole on-the-road crap. And if they're going to do it, I think they're going to do it with offense versus defense. Although, if it were my team and I was a coach, it would be the other way around. But they've got the offense, so let's just say what it is, and I think Bell should help. Especially because Hyde, Landry, and Tyreek Hill and Garcon all have tough defenses they're going to play. Now, I don't know what your lineup is going to be, but I imagine it's going to be at least 2, if not 3 of those guys in your lineup there, MP. So, you know what? I'm going to take the doggies, like I said. So, let's go doggies. Mules at the South. Supa, I am going to take G on this one. This was almost the game of the week. It was close because, 2, 3, and 4 teams that you're on the cusp. This is big time, man. This is a big game for both of you to stay on the bubble here. Carson Wentz for MVP. Boy, what a pickup for you, G. I love Carson Wentz. Who would have thunk it? I didn't. Thielen's catch machine for you too. Ryan and Freeman, they're going against some tough Ds. You got to ride McCaffrey and Green to carry that load for Team Super Sal. I just don't think it's going to be enough. I think old G-Time gets this one, so don't let me down, G. All right, here we go with our game of the week. You all knew it was coming. I did. And so did Juan and the Deputy. That's right, fellas. It's Juan at the Deputy. So let's break it down. Tail of the tape. Cousins versus Dallas. Versus Deputies Rivers at New England and Deshaun Watson at Seattle. Rivers at New England. That New England defense has taken a little bit of a turn. They're not fantasy good, but they've taken a little bit of a turn these last 4 weeks. They seem to be playing better defense on the back end. Still not quite getting to the queue, but we'll see what happens there. Although, I will say that Cousins is playing pretty damn well. And Dallas' defense is not that great. Plus, it's going to be in Washington. I'm going with Juan on this one. Running backs. Now, I only see Ajayi at Baltimore, which is a tough matchup for Ajayi, for Juan, and no other running backs are on your roster because you're in bye week hell right now. Versus Deputies, plethora of running backs here. So just based on that alone, the volume, I got to go with Depp. I mean, CJ should do well against KC. I mean, you guys are on the road, Broncos, you Bronco heads, Broncos. You know, and Ingram is actually running really well this year too. Just those two alone, and then of course you got the best backup running back in the league, Coleman. And then of course I love me some Gore. Why don't you trade me? Just trade me Gore. I want him. I want him. So yeah, Deputy, you got your column check mark on that guy. Wide receivers, here we go. Moncrief for Juan. Moncrief at Cincy, Emmanuel at KC, and Krabby at Buffalo. All on the road. You know, two of those are tough defenses, and Cincinnati's no laughing matter either. But you know, I don't know about Jacoby Brissett. He seems to be a decent quarterback, so Moncrief should be a decent play there. Versus Deputies Brown at Detroit. Once again, that's going to come on that offense. I think Pittsburgh wants to get rid of that notion of they can't play on the road. And then Michael Thomas versus Chicago. Chicago's playing some better defense lately. You know, this was kind of a tougher one to choose. I will go with the Deputy on this one because he's got bigger names here. But, you know, you never know with Carr being back. Krabby could get himself some touchdowns here. And, you know, Moncrief could get his as well. So, but I will take the Dep on a slim check on that. Tight ends. Hunter Henry at New England. I think that's where if they're going to throw to anyone there, based on New England playing better on that back end, it's going to be Hunter Henry. And Hooper at the Jets, which I think you're going to make a switch there, Joe, just in my guess. But as of right now, that's what's on the tape. That's a tougher defensive matchup versus Deputies Croft versus Indy. I like that. I like that a lot. And then Miller at New Orleans, which I also like that one too. So I'm going to take the Deputy on that one overall, just based on he's got, you know, he can switch between one or the other here. So, yeah, Deputy on the check mark. And then, once again, you know, you have Deputy, you have no defense. I imagine you're going to do something, but that Denver D should be able to do something there. And Kicker, I'm not even going to worry because, once again, Deputy, you're not even there. So I'm going to take Juan. So, but just based on the skill positions here, the ones that are most important, where you've got the most volume, I've got the Deputy. So this is going to be a close game, I think. You guys are going to be in the 110s. I don't think you guys are going to crack 120. I really don't. So, but I think Deputy's going to get the slim margin of victory on this one. You know, it's bye week hell for some of you, especially you included, Juan. I want to thank you guys for continuing to, you know, watch my videos and encourage me to make them. I try hard, and I really want to make them for you, and I apologize that I've been slacking, like I said, and I will try to make them the rest of the year. I really will. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Try to get me that money, like I said, and hopefully we can get together at Joey's here soon. The Football Emporium of Wonder. I love that place. I miss that place, as a matter of fact. And we can get this done. So, yeah, I love you. Good luck this week. Except for you, Turkey. You're going down, pal. Commission's going to get back in this playoff race. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.